Welcome to the second episode of Illyrium. Today we are going to talk about the origins of Illyrians. Scholars have long recognized a difficulty in producing a single theory on the ethnogenesis of the Illyrians given their heterogeneous nature. Modern scholarship is unable to refer to the Illyrians as a unique and compact people and agrees that they were a sum of ill-defined communities without common origins that never merged to a single ethnic entity. According to linguist Robert Elsey, the term Illyrian probably referred initially to the tribe with which the ancient Greeks first had contact, but it was later used as a collective term for a wide range of tribes in the region, although they may not have been culturally or linguistically homogeneous at all. Older Pan-Illyrian theories, which emerged in the 1920s, placed the Proto-Illyrians as the original inhabitants of a very large area which reached Central Europe. These theories, which are now generally dismissed by scholars, were used in the politics of the era and its racialist notions of Nordicism and Aryanism. The main fact which these theories tried to address was the existence of traces of Illyrian toponymy in parts of Europe beyond the Western Balkans, an issue whose origins are still unclear. The specific theories have found little archaeological corroboration, as no convincing evidence for significant migratory movements from the Lusatian culture into the West Balkans have ever been found. Rather, archaeologists from former Yugoslavia highlighted the continuity between the Bronze and succeeding Iron Age, especially in regions such as Donja Dolina, central Bosnia Glazinok, and northern Albania Mat River Basin, ultimately developing the so-called autochthonous theory of Illyrian genesis. The autochthonous model was most elaborated upon by Ilaj Zbenak and Bichovic. They argued, following the Kurgan hypothesis, that the Proto-Illyrians had arrived much earlier, during the Bronze Age, as nomadic Indo-Europeans from the steppe. From that point, there was a gradual Illyrianization of the Western Balkans leading to historic Illyrians, with no early Iron Age migration from Northern Europe. He did not deny a minor cultural impact from the northern Anfield cultures, however these movements had neither a profound influence on the stability of the Balkans, nor did they affect the ethnogenesis of the Illyrian ethnos. Alexander Stipchevich raised concerns regarding Benak's all-encompassing scenario of autochthonous ethnogenesis, raising the following questions: can one negate the participation of the bearers of the field, and culture in the ethnogenesis of the Illyrian tribes who lived in present-day Slovenia and Croatia, or Hellenistic and Mediterranean influences on southern Illyrians and Liburnians? He concludes that Benak's model is only applicable to the Illyrian groups in Bosnia, Western Serbia and a part of Dalmatia, where there had indeed been a settlement continuity and native progression of pottery sequences since the Bronze Age. Following prevailing trends in discourse on identity in Iron Age Europe, current anthropological perspectives reject older theories of a long-duration ethnogenesis of Illyrians even where archaeological continuity can be demonstrated to Bronze Age times. They rather see the emergence of historic Illyrians tribes as a more recent phenomenon just prior to their first attestation. The Proto-Illyrians during the course of their settlement along the Adriatic coast and its hinterland likely merged with populations of a pre-Illyrian substratum like Inchel might have been, leading to the formation of the historical Illyrians who were attested in later times. It has been suggested that the myth of Cadmus and Harmonia may be a reflection in mythology of that historical era. The impetus behind the emergence of larger regional groups, such as Iapodes, Liburnians, Pannonians etc., is traced to increased contacts with the Mediterranean and Latin global worlds. This catalyzed the development of more complex political institutions and the increase in differences between individual communities. Emerging local elites selectively adopted either Latin or Hellenistic and later Roman cultural templates in order to legitimize and strengthen domination within their communities. They were competing fiercely through either alliance or conflict and resistance to Roman expansion. Thus, they established more complex political alliances, which convinced Greco-Roman sources to see them as ethnic identities. That was for today. Hope you enjoyed, and see you on the next episode.